So what I want to share with you about today is from one of my favorite companies out there called Galen Leather. I think some people pronounce it Galen Leather. I pronounce it Galen Leather. I'm sure Eunice, if you're watching this, please correct me, because I don't want to say it inappropriately. So last year, I was super ecstatically excited to be able to get the highly coveted and absolutely ridiculously beautiful Galen Leather writing box. This is a thing of beauty. It truly is. And I want to tell you that I have been using this writing box for 1 year. I actually received it a few months before my 39th birthday. So I have been using this thing for a year, and I did not want to review it until I had really put it through its paces. So I have, as you can see, there's damage on the leather strap because I use it all the time. I've got dings and scratches everywhere, like bonks and dings there, and just because I really use this thing, and I don't baby it. I don't baby any of my things, any of my stationary or analog related items, even my purses, like my super awesome leather bags. I don't baby any of it. If I invest money in something, then by gosh, I want to be able to take it out of my house and enjoy the crap out of it. So again, when you look at the Galen Leather writing boxes on their website, they all look so different, and I think that's one of the most beautiful things about them. So if you are on the website and you're looking at one of these and you're like, oh, I love this pattern of the wood, understand that when you order it, your box is not going to look like that, because every one of them is completely different, and it's impossible for them to be able to photograph the way every single one of these, boxes comes out looking. So you need to be understanding and, okay with the fact that it's not going to look like that, but it's going to be absolutely ridiculously beautiful. So there's that. This leather carrying strap I have found is super duper unbelievably useful. It holds up to so much wear and tear, as you can see right here. I take my box out with me even in bad weather. Like, I don't have any qualms about carrying it with me if it's raining a little bit. This happened when I was sort of out and I was arting, and all of a sudden it became a huge deluge and everything got wet. But my writing box was fine. My leather got a little bit wet, but you know what? I'm not like overly concerned about it. So one of the things I do like about this is that, obviously we have the carrying handle here, but there's two different settings on the clasps. If you want your box to be clasped more tightly, so maybe if you're traveling with it, but you're not going to be opening it, for a while, then you can take the clasps and you can undo them, and then you can put all four together, which makes like a super tight clasp fit. But because I open my bag, or because I open my box a lot, when I'm out, I don't, I just carry it this way. So the straps move around, but that's okay. It doesn't bother me. I like being able to have really quick access to everything that's in my bag. So when you're ready to work, I just unsnap my strap here and I throw it on top of my stuff. And so now I will turn you around and we will see what's in my writing box, or my art box. All right, so I'm filming with my hands here. I forgot to bring my Gorilla SETI-uppy. So over here we have my Galen Leather folio, which I ended up having to remove the zipper from because I had an incident with my bunny. I'll tell you all about that in another time. There's my traveler's notebook, and there's my bag, and here we have this beauty. So it has the little clasp right there, and then so this is usually how my box looks. Sometimes, like, okay, so this is a fairly clean paper towel. I've got two. I actually just put these in here because I drank my other ones. I always have my, like a like a ruler of some sort with me, and these are just different, let's see, cards that I have. Sometimes I think of things while I'm out, and I like to paint them on little cards and send them to people, and you know, I've always got my husband and I in here. Chapstick is essential for everything. I really like having a black Bic and a blue Bic in here, because when I sketch things out and I want to watercolor it, then I'll take my black Bic and then I'll outline where I've sketched, and then I'll erase all the pencil marks. And when you watercolor over Bic, it doesn't bleed. I love it. So I've got a purple Pilot Varsity. I don't know why I have it in there. I did something with it. I have this because this little thing is what I use for watercoloring. Sometimes if I'm out, like what I'm gonna do today is, rather than using this water from at home, I'm actually gonna throw this out, and I'm gonna go over to the little pond here, and I'm going to use my little suction-y thing, and I'm gonna take some of the pond water, and then I'm gonna put it in here, and that's what I'm gonna use when I watercolor my picture, because then it has sort of like more meaning to me. My favorite pencil to sketch with are Black Wings. Here's some watercolor brushes and my pocket knife. And now, so you just saw about this little thing, and this is just like a little pill container, and I find that because the threads on it are so good, I can put water in here and it doesn't spill, it doesn't leak, it doesn't spill. It's great to just throw in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out so I can grab some more water here in just a bit. These are some of my sketching pencils. Just normal gum erasers, sketching pencils. This is just a cheap kit from Walmart, but I actually really like these sketching pencils. I have some white washi tape, because when I'm watercoloring, sometimes I like to block out like the edges so I can make my watercoloring, you know, like nice and pretty. Obviously an eraser, or not an eraser, gee whiz, a pencil sharpener for my Black Wing, which I need to sharpen. What did I put these in here for? Oh, snap. I put these in here the last time I was out last week, and I don't remember what I put them in here for. I don't know. This is so silly, but this is in here because sometimes when I'm watercoloring, I like getting my page like really, really wet. And sometimes it's not dry by the time it's time for me to leave, or maybe I wanted to do 2 or 3, or just kind of got inspired. I like hooking on my page, my watercoloring, and just kind of like attaching it, maybe even to a tree branch or something like that, so that way it's able to dry, which I really like. This is obviously string. The last time I used it, I sort of made like a little laundry line and I hung up probably 3 or 4 watercolors that I just was inspired to do at that moment. And I've just found that having some string with you is like super, like really, really good idea. I don't carry a huge notebook with me for my watercoloring and my sketching. I have just pulled out, because a big old thick notebook in here just doesn't fit. But I have my sketch watercolory book right here, well, some of it, and then I have some clean pages, and so I keep all this kind of just binder clipped together, and it fits perfectly in here because I don't need an entire book with me when I'm doing this. This is tracing paper. I've used this a few times for different things. I've taken like leaf imprints and just different things. I found that tracing paper can be really useful to have when I'm out on, you know, an art day. And this is not a super expensive paint palette. Some of these colors I have squeezed in from tubes that I have. This is used to be a Koi watercolor paint travel watercolor paint palette. But some of these watercolors in here, and that's why we binder clip our papers together. Just a sec. Okay, sorry about that. So there are some in here that were original to this Koi palette, but then there are some other different colors that I squeezed in, and tried to smack in here too. This is like a flesh colored paint I put in there that I use sometimes. This is a water brush. Oh my gosh, and you can see how old it is because it's like the plastic is starting to oxidize. So in the event that I want to use a water brush, I have it. But most of the time I rely on these brushes. I actually use this as a wash brush, even though it's small. And then I have one of these for details, and then I really like using my number 8 round brush. Right here, this is just a little tiny sketch book. I've only used it once, and that was because I was trying to sketch something from memory and it didn't work very well. So my sketches, as you can see, are like kind of messy. I did this one particularly messy because I wanted to go back over and outline everything in black Bic and then just do really loose watercoloring over top of it. And this, including the the crooked curtain hanger, is what the view from my bed is. That's my desk, my camera tripod, my window with my curtains, and then this right here is my ink bar, which is a video I will be showing you guys soon. So it's been here forever. I keep meaning to Bic it and then erase everything and then watercolor it. I just haven't done it yet. But this, I want to use this for like small sketches and small watercolors, so where I don't, want to use an entire page of this. So that's why this is in here, and I need to encourage myself to use it more. And my palette, everything goes in here. And now I'm going to pull these up. I like these because it makes it so that you can close down the top of your box and you have a wonderful surface to work with on the back of the box. So I'm going to show you that now. So another reason to have washi tape or some kind of tape is so that, normally if I'm just writing or something, or if I'm doing this sketching and drawing and it's not windy, I don't need to tape it down. It actually sits, my paper or my notebook actually sits right here against this metal plate, and it stays perfectly there. But I'm outside and it's a little bit windy today, little breeze. There's a park over there. And so I have decided to tape it down today, and now I'm gonna go grab some pond water and see what I can come up with. So I didn't bring my Gorilla standy-uppy thing, so I can't really set it up so you can watch me paint, but I'm going to attempt to do a loose watercolor painting of this tree that's in front of me. See, it has all the lichen on it and stuff. So I have my Catfish Cove water, paint palette, brushes, and I am ready to go. So I will see you back shortly with a little bit of progress on my painting. strap too. A lot of times us analog lovers, sometimes we can overpack things, if you know what I mean. And when we overpack, we end up bringing so much and so much stuff we don't need. So this writing box is actually the perfect amount. It's not too much space so that you're overpacking and carrying, you know, a 25-pound writing box, but it's also got enough, it's got enough storage in here and enough ability and, you know, capability to hold everything that you need for journaling or for art when you're out and about. But it's an investment that is just beautiful. You know, don't let this box just sit on your desk at home to hold your stuff and be an Instagram model. Use it. Get out there, throw it on the, you know, the picnic table, sit down in the grass. Use your stuff, people. If more people like us would come out and we would bring our writing bags and our writing boxes and our art kits and our easels, it would become more normal for other people to do this. So I'm gonna finish my watercoloring and then I'll be right back. I just really cannot say enough good things about my Galen leather writing box. I am so glad, and you see how I'm like moving it around and I'm not picking it up and babying it. I am so glad that I have this because it's just, I use it so much and I love it so much. And you know, if you are an analog lover like myself, if you love writing and you love doing art and you know, you just like you like bespoke items that are going to last for ages and ages for you to hand down to your kids, then I mean, you will love this. And I encourage you, let me turn it around again so you can see that, and I encourage you to go out and get it. Shop at Galen Leather because their stuff is well made, truly amazing, and you just can't beat their things. I love them. And this is a box, I got tape stuck on me. This is a writing box that, get off tape. A writing box that I have put through its paces for an entire year, and I highly recommend it. So I hope you stuck around, my paper. I hope you stuck around. I hope you enjoyed this review. And if anything, I hope that it encouraged you to go ahead and give this writing box a try. It's wonderful. I absolutely love it. It's been dinged up and scratched up in all the right places because I use it. And you know what? I encourage you to use your wonderful, your beautiful things because life is short and they're too damn beautiful to just sit on your desk and collect dust forever, all right? Enjoy.